Number 5, Pu. Number 6, Tong. Number 7, Tiong. Number 8, Shan. Number 9, Shan. Number 10, Wei. Teams are lined up. As you can see, we have extremely nice weather, a lot of sun. And we're off with a good start, with a beautiful day. Ball possession for China in red. On your left side, Singapore in white. China starting with one man in the zone for a round. A half circle, a wave starting from the right. A long pass over the zone. Little distance and starting over again. Again starting from the right. Not very well received pass. Taking out the speed of the attack. Foul has been spotted by the ref. Ball for Singapore. As you might hear on the live stream, the wind is also picking up, so you might hear some wind sounds. Also very sunny, very good weather. A shot from Singapore, corner. China in a 1-3-1 defense. Singapore having 2 men in the zone, but China is trying to work them out, push them out of the zone, and not giving them a lot of space. Now, starting from the right, Singapore. Trying for the pass in the zone, not managing. A long pass over the zone. To the left, yes, a shot by number 7. A goal for Singapore by Tiong. We can hear in the background supporters supporting their team. China. First attack seems to miss speed. And they're starting over again. In the meantime, Xiong trying to make room in the Singapore defense. Ooh, a shot by number 6. Ball's blocked. Bouncing back in the hands of player number 5. Chu. She still in the zone, trying to get a little bit of distance and again coming in with a lot of force. Singapore exerting a little bit more pressure, trying to capture the ball. Ooh, she almost slipping over in the zone. Now a shot by number 3, Shen, corner for China. China drifting a little bit closer towards the zone. If you, the closer you're to the zone, you can come in with less speed. Normally you want a lot of speed. It's more threatening, your shot will be harder. Now coming in with a little bit more force. Trying to find a way into the zone, not managing. Singapore is keeping it tight. Now Singapore exerting pressure. Pressure on the ball is high reward if you can capture the ball, but also means more space in the defense. China got the ball, got into the zone, but the shot was nicely blocked by Deqing from Singapore. Corner for China. China starting on the left. A surprising shot, hitting the top bar, bouncing back in Singapore hands. Singapore for attack. China's defense is barely organized by the time Singapore arrives. And a shot again from Deqing, making 2-0 for Singapore. Starting with a lot of speed, Singapore immediately going towards the Chinese player, but then afterwards returning to position. Now a shot by China, blocked by the defense. The shot was taken just on the edge of the zone, and there was still a lot of defenders from Singapore in between the Chinese player and the goal. Now Singapore back in ball position. 4 minutes left in this first half of the game. A foul has been spotted by the refs. Ball for Singapore just on the edge of the zone. Ball's been taken. No shot at goal, taking it out, giving more room for a good attack. But a foul has been spotted, made by Singapore. Ball for China. And immediately a card for number 1 of Singapore. Yu, meaning Singapore is with 4 players and China with 5. For at least 2 minutes, unless China scores, then Yu can come back into the pitch. Being with 5 against 4 is a big advantage and a perfect opportunity to score. Ooh. Here, Singapore player number 2, Kwa, was reaching for the ball with his hand, but the Chinese player tried to capture the ball with his pedal. That's a foul. You're not allowed to come close with your pedal near the hands. So ball for Singapore. Singapore with 4 players. A 2 school of thoughts. Oh! What's happening? There's an extra player coming into the pitch, while Singapore was only allowed with 4 players, meaning resulting in an extra green card. Number 2 getting the card, Kwa, but they're only allowed 3 people in the pitch now. So we have, to summarize, we have 2 green cards. On the first green card, 1 minute 20 left. On the second card, 2 minutes left. If China scores, the first guy from the green card, Yu, can come back in the pitch. Or they need to wait out the time, and as China scores the second time, then the last card can come back in. China sees this as a good opportunity. 3 against 5, that's a very big difference. China exerting pressure, 5 out. And Singapore now doesn't really have a chance of scoring. It's just trying to minimize damage, trying to prevent China from scoring. So as long as Singapore has the ball, they're safe. They're just trying to pass around and trying to find each other on the pitch. trying to prevent China from getting the ball. But it's hard if you are only with 3. You don't have a lot of options to find another player. Very well done here by Singapore, working the ball back to the middle line. Unfortunately there, number 8, Chan, losing the ball. China quickly trying to return the goal, 2 against 1. Ah, a shot nicely blocked by Tiong. A corner for China. Singapore defending with 1-2. And China having a lot of room, a lot of options. A shot taken, corner. Although on paper the difference is very big now, and it is big. We see that in Polo, sometimes teams struggle a little bit to take really advantage of this situation. It's a situation you don't train for that often. Often you train 5 against 5, because that's the most normal playing setting. And normally teams don't take as much advantage of the situation as they can. Here a good shot from China, but hitting the right bar, bouncing back out of the pitch. Ball for Singapore, and Singapore is with 4 players, but the second card disappeared from the board. That might be a little bit confusing. So I can't tell how much time there's left on the clock. And now Singapore's also seeing that their cards. Maybe the time was up, maybe I'm wrong. At least we were with 5 back in the pitch. A shot by Singapore, corner, and time is up. Going into the break with 2 for Singapore, 0 for China. Very well done by Singapore, not giving China the option to score a goal, even though they were at some point down to 3 players. Be right back with you after the break. Hi and welcome back. I want to take this time to thank our sponsors: International Canoe Federation, China Canoe Association, Huzhou City, Deqing County, Yupin Sports, Yukong Group, Latour Sports, and Kailas. As we saw just before the break, Singapore was down to only 3 players, but didn't give any room to China. China didn't manage to score in this time. Now, after the break, we are back with 5 against 5. Coming from the break with 2 goals for Singapore, 0 for China. Teams lining up. We see the ball drifting quickly to the left because there's a lot of wind, which would be an advantage of China, but that doesn't matter. Foul has been spotted, ball for China. Now, not sure if you can hear it on the live stream, but the Chinese audience playing music to support their team. New 60 seconds for China for their attack, but the shot has been taken, bouncing off the left bar. Still in Chinese hands. And China player number 3, Chen, thought they already lost the ball, was already returning to the goal. But his teammates pointed out that it was still their ball. Unfortunately now, due to a foul of China, ball for Singapore. China was just exerting a sub. So new players now immediately filling up the goal, making sure no long shot would come, especially now Singapore having the wind in the back, meaning it's a little bit easier to make a long shot of the goal. A fake shot from Singapore, not finding the room to do anything. Now the ref signaling the Chinese player is pushing away Singapore with his pedal. That's not allowed, so a shot in the zone. The ref signaling number 5 from Singapore, who can come a little bit closer into the zone. Trying to get him into position. Leaving her to the left. A timeout has been given. China. There's a little bit disagreement between the refs. One ref says, "Oh, this is a penalty." China doesn't let the Singapore player position, and the ref on the side of the camera, Ricardo, he says, "No, I don't agree." So now there's a timeout and a short discussion between the refs. It's always possible that one ref sees something else than the other ref. That's why in Polo we have 2 refs, one on each side, because it's hard to see everything that's happening. But in the end they need to come to one decision. We'll wait till they indicate what that decision is going to be. They decided on no penalty. So the Chinese players are returning to their position, trying to get between Pu and the goal. They're ready. Is he going to take the shot? He is taking the shot, but going over. And ball for China. The score is still 2-0 for Singapore. China attacking. 2 men in the zone. Not finding a lot of room. Trying to take the ball out. And trying again. 30 seconds left on the shot clock. Play on. A new 60 seconds, so they have more time for their attack. And they are taking their time, looking. Sometimes it's better to keep trying and looking for a good opportunity than just shooting because you get frustrated or you can't find an opening. In the end, the space will get there, so you just have to be patient. But Singapore is not patient. Now exerting pressure. 5 out. They want to recover the ball and score an extra goal to be safe of their win. Singapore managing. Ball for Singapore. Long shot to the front. No goalie for China. A shot taken by number 1, Yu, but over. Ball again in Chinese hands. A shot trying to surprise Singapore, but the shot is over. Timeout. There were 2 balls in the pitch. Yeah, and the game continues. We're halfway in the second half. Only 5 minutes left. Singapore working hard and managing to push to make a lot of room in the zone. But while doing that, foul has been committed, so this goal is disallowed. The foul had been committed right before the shot. Ball in Chinese hands, but a little bit of pressure from Singapore, giving his team time to return to defense. China making a sub. Number 5 coming into the pitch, Shu. But they only have 20 seconds left on the shot clock. So 15, so they really have to go now. 10 seconds left. And ball intercepted by Singapore. Singapore for the fast break. Number 1. Ooh. A play on. And a foul called by the ref. A penalty. Green for number 10 of China. Shen. So China now has a green card, meaning they're with 4 players. Unless Singapore, for 2 minutes, unless Singapore scores, then the player can come back in. For Singapore, a shot by taking the penalty, Hung. This shot is also disallowed. He was not on the right position yet. Getting in the right position. Again, taking the shot. Oh, blocked by the Chinese goalkeeper, Shen. Meaning China stays with 4 players. But luckily no extra goal for Singapore. Still possibility for China to come back. But it's going to be difficult with only 4 players down and still 1.5 minutes left for the green card and only 3 minutes left in this game. Oh, fumbling there on Chinese side. Foul made by China. Ball for Singapore. Singapore with 5 men against 4 for China. A pass to the front, a pass to the right. A shot hitting the left bar, bouncing out in Singapore hands. China making a sub now, coming in the pitch with a little bit more speed. Number 7, Shi. Singapore slowing now down their attack. Positioning 2 men in the zone, 3 around it. A foul by Singapore. And the refs are signaling number 7 to each other. Number 10, I think they will make the foul. Another foul might result in a green card. Now again, China in ball possession with only 4 players. 10 seconds left on the green card, so they will soon be 5. But not waiting for that, just taking a shot. Ball still in China in ball possession. Only 1 second left on the green card. Green card is gone. Extra player from China. 5 against 5. 1 minute 20 left on the clock. 2 players from China in the zone. A foul made by China. In kayak polo, you're not allowed to touch the goalkeeper. And as this happens, that's a foul. And results in ball possession for the other team. Singapore with a lot of men in the zone now taking the ball out to organize their attack, keeping 1 man in, 4 men out. No, Singapore's adding an extra player. Number 9, Young, is joining the men in the zone, now starting on the left. Not finding an opening. Continuing on the right. It took too long to control the ball, so they didn't manage to pass to Hung. Now going in with everyone. Taking the shot. And again, yes, the ball bounced back in the hands of Hung. Taking the shot. 3 for Singapore, 0 for China. Only 7 seconds left on the clock. China has time for only 1 shot. Here they already started, but the ref hadn't whistled. The game didn't start yet. So now trying again, presenting the ball. Again. Really needed to line up, wait for the ref signal. Now really starting again. 1 shot from China. Ooh, over. This was the end of the game. Thank you for watching.